The firm statement from my own guardian angel was, "Your time is not up now. You have some unfinished business to do. Go back." At first, I shrugged and tried to sneak beside him. He moved like lightning and put his hand toward me. Today's NDE is by Brian. One summer, when the temperature was soaring above 105 degrees, my brother begged and persuaded my mother and my other two sisters to go to the Comal River to escape the summer heat. My mother was a little uncomfortable about going, but she understood about the escape of Texas's unbearable heat. We went to Comal River, near New Braunfels, Texas. To make the story brief, hundreds or probably thousands of Texas teens swarmed over the fence and ignored the warning sign of dangers there. Some teens jumped over the bridge into the river, about 20 feet or more. The heat was really unbearable during that time. Imagine people walking with bare feet on hot rocks or a hot sidewalk. They were hoping to avoid the feeling of burning bare feet. One afternoon, I was about 10 years old. Friends or family members could get separated easily by the water's current and get lost somewhere in the river. I was pulled down to the side, and I grabbed the sidewalk and arrived at the ladder to get out. Then I searched for my brother or sisters with no luck. I walked to a farther, small dam, looking less dangerous than the first one. I decided to walk over the small dam, which was a lot of water falling over it. The water falling down was about 4 feet to 6 feet, I believe. I walked and slipped down because the alg was so slippery. I was rather an excellent swimmer. I did not panic, but was very aware of the water's strong current. Down the waterfall, I tried to fight the current and get my body away. I got caught by an undertow current, and I tried to swim out. The direction out was lost on me. I could not figure out which direction was up, down, right, or even left. I panicked and was very scared what happened to me. I screamed in the water for help. My thoughts were on my mother and family. Water got into my mouth and the breathing ceased to none. My body also felt so cold, and my brain closed down on me. Blackness covered everything around me. I realized that the door of life was closed on me. My body said, "Is that the death experience? Is that it?" And then I blacked out. Then, ticking of electricity jolts hit my feet and swarmed all the way from my feet to my head, and my body found such awe over the feeling. Right away, my life was shown in flashing increments of a movie, rolling year by year, individual by individual. My first favorite flashing was when I was born out, and my mother's beautiful face was shown for the first time in my life. I did not realize how much love my mother has for me. Second flashing was, I was playing with my brother and sisters, and the closeness I felt being with them. Third flashing was my father throwing my body up in the air, a lot of laughter and some puzzled feeling flashing. Then the rolls went faster and faster, and I felt so many stars bursting all over my head and body. It was so unreal. Then I saw a light at the end of a tunnel bursting toward me. My spirit or soul was caught into the tunnel. I flew through the light tunnel. I could still remember the feeling even today. The only description I could give you is that the feeling was almost identical to the movie Contact, the new built ball spacecraft falling down the giant gyro space machine. The actress went through the tunnel right away, and she could see outer space, by her ball space shuttle. That's what I saw when I zoomed through the tunnel. I could see some universe by the tunnel's transparency. Such awesome feeling flying through the tunnel at light speed. I arrived at the boundary while floating my body near the boundary. I was shocked how much load was lifted off my shoulders, such as many ridiculous rules or laws being imposed on us. For the first time, I realized how much bondage we had from the government or churches. It was lifted off my shoulders. And at the same time, all of the light conscience of laws was. I could not find the right word to describe the experience. It's much like a hurricane drawing all energy toward the eye of the storm. It's almost the same feeling of drawing all knowledge and conscience of real beings into my body and mind. One example, when I approached the boundary, no explanation was necessary for me to understand, at the age of 10, that once I crossed the boundary, that I could never come back, period. I was more than thrilled to cross. I intended to cross, but my ancestors over another boundary side caught my attention. They were talking in telepathy, which caught my attention. I was born profoundly deaf and had all hearing family members, which all of them knew sign language. I could read or communicate with about 20 ancestors of others and mine through telepathic methods. It overwhelmed me. I could not believe how many people I could telepathize with simultaneously. I saw the unexplained community, scenic, and buildings, not built by people, but obviously by some kind of supernatural builder. The megacity was almost so perfect and flawless. I saw the perfect megacity through my ancestors. One of my grandmothers, or great-grandmothers, or even great-great-grandmothers, was surprised and puzzled that I arrived at the boundary. All of them showed their shocked surprise that I arrived. They were not expecting me at all, but they opened their arms, welcoming me to come over. One of my ancestors telepathized, "Why is he here? Is he supposed to be here now?" Asking others, "I'm surprised too. I thought his time was in the short future, but not now." Another jumped in, radiantly full of love and joy to see my presence, and opened my eyes to our new future. I could not even describe in words what I saw. Sorry, I'm a little lost with words. In a flashing second, an angel approached me firmly and questioned me, "What are you doing here?" I was so shocked at his question. At the first glimpse of my guardian angel, I knew that he was there when my mother gave birth to me, and that he shared the joy and said that my birth was a completed task in his listing. I looked at him with such an inspired feeling. I felt so close to him, but he pushed me one step away. He asked me telepathically, "What happened?" I did not care what happened. I was fulfilled and bursting with joy and love. I wanted to go over the boundary right away. My angel approached me firmly, then scanned me and saw right through me that I had drowned. I was so shocked that he knew by scanning through me without any conversation. The firm statement from my own guardian angel was, "Your time is not up now. You have some unfinished business to do. Go back." At first, I shrugged and tried to sneak beside him. He moved like lightning and put his hand toward me. I felt my body being pulled at incredible speed backward. The light of the tunnel zoomed out of my eyes, and I was slapped back into my body with such forcible hands. I felt my body once again, and I was puzzled to why I'm still in my body. I woke up and realized that I was still in the water, and I felt that I actually breathed in the water, which is not the case. I heard a voice speaking, stand straight firmly. Without any question, I stood straight and felt a big hand wrapping around my body and took my body out of the fall current. And my body was pushed to the end of the land where I grabbed for control. I got out of the water and my mouth poured all the water out of my body on the land. I did not believe how much water got into my body and how much it got out. My life and perspective changed after that. I knew from that moment I will not be the same person. For the first time, I saw my life ahead of me, and the jolts of feeling that I experienced while throwing water out of my mouth hit me so hard. I was so filled with hope and love and felt almost all of nature or people around me. I never told my mother, brother, or sisters what I experienced. Something deeply inside me reminded me to keep silent about the situation. All I felt was a more enlightened feeling enfolding around me. The words of incredible experience right there are not possible to explain in an earthly sense. I felt that I was standing right by the twilight door and the 6th or 7th dimension door of the future unfolding in front of me. I had many visions and dreams. Some of them are pleasant, and some of them are terrifying. I stop right here. By the way, my parents, brothers, and sisters found out about my experience when I was about 31 years old. I just felt that the timing was right to break my news. My mother was so shocked and it hit her hard. My sisters looked at me and ran and hugged me. She could not imagine the life without me. I just smiled. Thank you for watching. If you haven't yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. And if you have an NDE that you'd like to share, you can